All right. Libras, let's go ahead and jump on in. Libra, I'm going to do a little bonus. Okay, we got Taurus in the reverse right out of the gate. That barely even took a shuffle. Somebody could be, I'm not going to read this as a Taurus, which is strange. I'm going to say somebody is no longer wanting to be stubborn. No shade at the Tauruses, but stubborn and steadfast and stoic, those are all S words associated with Taurus, but I'm looking at it differently. 8 of Swords in the reverse. Not only is somebody no longer wanting to be stubborn, but they're no longer, if they were trapped, it does look like it might have been of their own accord at one point in time with that 8 of Swords, because the 8 of Swords is kind of like a willingness to stay stuck in one's own mind. Okay, what does that mean? We're going to get one more out of this deck, and then we're going to go to something else. And don't ask me why, but I feel like it's all about threes, like 3 shuffles per deck right now. And you did not just get 3 cards, you got a whole gob more. Ace of Wands. I said, why? Why is somebody no longer wanting to be stubborn? Why are they no longer stuck? Because there's passion replacing this. The World in the reverse, they don't want something to be over and done. Instead, 5 of Cups in the reverse, they don't want to sit on the sidelines and miss out on the good stuff anymore. 9 of Wands, and 7 of Wands, somebody wants to come in and fight for something. What is this all about? All right, we need 3 shuffles out of another deck. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. This deck next. Tell me about. We're doing 3 decks and 3 shuffles for each deck. I don't know. That's the way this needs to go right now. 4 of Pentacles. What's the holding back energy? Because we have one person deciding, I'm not going to be stubborn anymore. I'm going to go for it. We have 4 of Pentacles along with that Ace of Swords and now the 6 of Wands. Somebody else has been over here completely like just taking care of their own business. They may have cut person number 1 out of their lives, and they have been rocking it ever since. They maybe have really started to focus on their success, their stardom, their power, because it's very different energy from the other person. And there's our 3rd shuffle on this one. And we got the Judgment card. But hold on, because if we have had one person who's been over there no longer wanting to be stubborn, our first character does not want something to be done. That's what they've decided. They want to come back in and they want to fight for it. They want to overcome the obstacles. The other person has been here maybe also in a certain amount of stubborn energy, but on their end, they've been saying, no, I hold back my energy. And I know that cutting this out is the reason I've been successful. But either they're saying I made a judgment call on the other person. So this could be our Libra saying I made a judgment call on that other person. We're not sure yet. Let's go ahead and go with another deck here. And then we'll consult with the universe at the end. This is probably going to stay a short one. I don't know what the whole purpose of this is exactly, but what's the vibe in between these two? Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Wands again. This Wheel of Fortune, obviously life is changing, right? And life is changing because at the center of everything, what our heart really wants, that's the thing that we really go after in life. Unless our heart wants something, but we keep sabotaging and saying, no, I'm not allowed to have it. I'm not allowed to have it. Otherwise, our heart always leads us toward the thing that we authentically want. Now, you notice Wheel of Fortune is also a turning of the tide, a turning of energy. So things that used to maybe be impossible could now be possible. We've got this, I always look at this divine masculine where if you see just the top part of them, they look cool, calm, collected, not a hair out of place, perfect hairdo, perfect, what do we call that? The waxed mustache, the handlebar mustache. But if we looked at the bottom half of that person, it almost doesn't belong, right? Super ripped, super muscular, all tatted up with the story of their life. And their life has not been easy. This person looks all calm, cool, collected on the top, not a hair out of place. What do you mean? My life has been nothing but smooth. I speak with, perfect accent. I have, excellent vocabulary. I pay my taxes. I drive the speed limit. I do everything just right. And this person has been like cage fighter. Like their real story is tattooed across them, and it's one of fight and, you know, fury and love and sorrow and all these things. And it looks like if we have had a character who has not been necessarily showing the real them, they're about to, because the real them is a part that's prying those bars open so that they can actually let themselves free and they can let the real them shine. They wouldn't have the strength to do that unless we got to see the real them here. So this calm, cool, collected, that's all, that's the I'll say the politician version of them, right? The politician version doesn't say things that are going to lose them votes. They don't ruffle feathers. They don't do those kinds of things, right? And here we've got the person who is like, this is the sum of what their life has been. This person is actually a really great person. They have had things to deal with, and they have tried very hard to maybe suppress all this life story, you know, the hurt, the grief, the fear, the fury, the all the things. I feel like this person had been a master of suppressing emotion, and that was not serving them very well. Not when it comes to getting what they authentically want in life. And because this new phase is about going after the things that we want in life, it's going to require the real version of someone to go after it. Not the polite version, not the I never ruffle feathers version, but the real version of them. That's where their real strength is. It's in being authentic. So if I'm not sure if this is representing character number one, who's been extremely stubborn up until now, and they don't want to be stubborn anymore. They realize they're not done with something. They realize they want it back. They realize they want to come fight for it. Anyone who's in the vibe that they want to fight for something, I would think is this person right here. And that's a big change. In the meantime, the other character who could be our Libra over here, possibly, and I only say that because we do have the Ace of Swords there. I'm just thinking of something with clarity of mind. Although, in all fairness, maybe as a Scorpio with the Judgment card, but they seem to be, you know, very much saying, hey, my life is changing. I'm going after the things that I really want. And I made a judgment call on that situation. Well, guess what? This is our same character. Whoever this is, we've got a divine masculine here who is, sorry, I thought I cut my thumb open again. My hands are always beat up, and sometimes I have big old boo-boos. I work outside in the yard, so forgive me. But this is that King of Cups, who I think is our same character. I think this is our divine masculine. I think this is the same one who no longer wants to be in a stalemate with someone who they view as maybe just as pig-headed as them, which could be the Libra, okay? But they are not only strong enough to go after what it is that they want, but we also see them standing here with this powerful, like, I mean, look at this. This person is a lover, right? They really are. The King of Cups always is, but you notice how they got those sharks within. Very similar to what we see on this character. However, their desire to love instead of push somebody away is far outweighing anything else. This is our third shuffle. I said I was doing 3 decks, 3 shuffles, and then we'll check in with the universe. Ooh, what did we get? We've got a Knight of Swords, and we got the 3 of Cups. I want to say, Libra, that one of our last reads that I did was a very similar message to what I'm about to say, if I remember correctly. We've got an incoming message. We've got a letter coming in. You notice how her whole dress is newsprint. It's flying in on a feather, and it's something cutting through the confusion, cutting through the clouds. And this is about a reconciliation. I have to say, to me, this looks very much like somebody is coming in to fight for this. Now, let's turn to the universe and let's ask the universe about this. Because, hold on. Sorry, I'm knocking decks over. But I just need to get out of the way, so I've got a little space. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay. Universe, how do we look at our character that I have been referring to as possibly the Libra, the one who's called that judgment call? Ace of Swords again. 3 of Wands. 3 of Swords. Okay, so there we go with those threes. So 3 may be a significant number. We even remember our last card in the 3 of 3 lineup was the 3 of Cups, the desire to reunite. But when we ask about this character, who I've identified as possibly our Libra, the person who said, I know that cutting this loose is the best way for me to move forward and have success in my life. And yet then it's like I've made judgment call on that, and I knew that I needed to do that. The universe says they've made a decision. They've made a decision to move forward beyond the heartbreak. Okay, so that's where our Libra is, hands down. And we're not going to, keep digging at that until we get a different answer, because that's the answer. The Libra said, I'm moving on from this. I cut myself free and I am moving on from this heartbreak. Okay, so what is the other person who now wants to fight for this? Where are they at? 4 of Sacred Circles, Prince of Cups. So again, this is like the 4 of Pentacles. They have been holding on, and they are, any way we slice it, they are coming forward. They are gathering all of the I'm going to interpret this kind of strangely, but because they're smoking this like peace pipe, and it's bringing about like this ghostly spirit. I'm wondering if it's more like they are, this is like a metaphor for like calling in the ancestors or anyone that will help them, to give them courage to ride forward and go and say the things that need to be said and take the actions that need to be taken. Our lead character over here has moved on. The other character is coming forward. So we've got kind of like one person leaving and the other one is now arriving. How do we view this entire scenario at this point? The Emperor. That makes sense. Everyone is showing up as an emperor. Our character who said, I'm not going to stick around in a heartbroken mindset. I release myself from the heartbreak. That's somebody acting as an emperor. The person who says, I love this person. I don't want to be stubborn and ruin my chances of being with someone that I care about. I want to reach out to them. I want to go talk to them. That is our other character standing up and being an emperor. Everybody is in emperor mode. Here's that's great. But what does that mean? Because here's the crux of it all. 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords. Well, the universe says, and when everyone is really being their strongest self, saying, I will not sit around in a heartbreak. I will not allow a heartbreak into my, I don't know why I'm doing like Elvis karate chops right now, but I am. I love Elvis, by the way. So, but this is like when each character says, absolutely, I will not tolerate what I do not want, and I will not let go of the things that I do really want to pursue, and I will not let my life continue on this journey without me speaking the things that I need to say, and I will not allow myself to sit back and let my life play out without me being the main character. When everybody does that, that's where the possibilities are endless. These two could end up back together again. They could move on from all the troubles. These two could reconcile enough to say, it's okay, let's shake hands. We're not going to be together, but we can end with peace. Or this can be these two wind up, never speaking again, but still finding a sense of peace. I don't think that can happen until our character who is insisting that they are stepping forward to say what they need to say, which is that they want a reconciliation. I think no matter what, they have to go ahead and try for that, even if they don't get it. That's the other part about being an emperor. Being the emperor of our own life means we go after the thing that we authentically want, knowing full well we may not win. But life isn't about like, I only go after the things I'm sure I can get. If that's how we operated, we'd never challenge ourselves. We'd never actually grow, and we'd never be fearless enough to face rejection and not have it crush us, because it shouldn't crush us. We're not going to get everything. We're not going to be good at everything. We're not going to be the best at certain things. There will be times when the chips are stacked against us, and being an emperor, we can only be that when we've faced our worst losses and we've handled it with grace, when we've put ourselves out there and maybe, risked being vulnerable and risked looking foolish, but our heart said, I got to go for this. And even if I don't get it, at least I gave it my all. That is what an emperor does. And an emperor never has to hang their head in shame, because they know that they didn't act out of cowardice. They always acted out of courage, the courage to be the leading role in their own life and say, who I am, what I need to say, what I really want. Those are the things I need to express. And so all I can say about this is how this situation ends. We see two people hashing it out, is what I would say, and two people finding peace, whether it's peace because they no longer feel those heartbreaks and they can move together into a union. That's possible. Or two people just simply being like, wow, I'm glad that we actually could correct our last interaction, and we get to know each other better, and we just are friends, or we shake hands and part ways and say farewell nicely. Or they simply find, oh, it's two people though. It's two people that are, I feel like these two are going to talk any way we slice it. Even though this Libra says, I have absolutely moved on from the heartbreak. I have absolutely moved on from the heartbreak. Meaning, on one hand, I think that they already got over whatever hurt they maybe had been dealt by this person, even possibly. But they also probably said, yeah, I'm not thinking about that person anymore. If they did hurt my feelings, whatever happened before, I'm so over it. It doesn't even matter. It's water under the bridge. But I also maybe am not intending on, reaching out to that person. They would have to be the ones to reach out to me. But this really feels like there is no stress in this. We're only leading the way toward peace and to some kind of peaceful conversation, which I think is remarkable. All right, I'm going to leave that there. That was kind of a short and sweet, but I really liked that one. That was, I love that concept that everybody is behaving as an emperor in their own life. I think that was probably the most powerful message in this, for me anyway. Let me know what you think. What did you get out of that? As always, guys, if you do enjoy my art and you would like to see more of it, you want me to keep doing this, want me to keep having a channel, please let me know by giving the thumbs up. It's great for me because it helps my channel to, have the videos circulate more. It also lets me know you guys like it and you want me to continue, and then I will. And if you do watch my channel, please take a moment and subscribe if you would. Also, it helps my channel to grow, and that's so important to me as a free content creator. So thank you so much for doing those free actions of thumbs up and subscribing. It makes a world of difference to me. So thank you. Bye.